Hello, everyone. How's it going? There's Layers to This, Season 6, Episode 3. I'm Valerie Career, one of your co hosts. Let's say hello to Creatress, our other host.
Hi,
Hey, how
everybody.
are
How you guys
you?
doing? Thanks for tuning in. What's going on, Val? I see you're wearing your orange.
Yes, in the Bitcoin holiday spirit. I
Yep,
see
yep.
you've got a different room you're in today. Why don't you tell everybody where are you at right now?
I am live from Mexico. Been here for, I feel like, about a week, but then a week before, too, before we went to South Carolina, right there in between. So, yeah, I'm over here at my grandparents' house, actually. So, yeah, nice and cozy, a little different. But, yeah,
Yeah.
where are you
How's the
at, Val?
weather? Well, I'm at home today. Normally, Creatress and I have been doing our shows IRL, but of course, we've both been traveling, but Creatress is taking an extended vacation to Mexico City. How's everything out there? How's the weather? Is it warm over
It's warm. It's
there? It is.
nice.
Oh, that's
Um,
nice. Yeah, I see you're in a pretty dress.
yes, this is as much as you want to be wearing here. It gets like, I don't know, at least 80. I'd say it's about 80 here. Yeah, but
Oh, 80 degrees.
yes, but also this morning I was in a different city and it was cold there. So
Mm.
um, it varies. There's a lot of variety here in Mexico. So if you like cold weather, there's that. If you like hot, there's that too. And I also gotta say, I know it's not on the news, but actually, I can't even say it, but I can't even say it. We haven't even done our intros.
Yeah. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Guys, we have a long list, a lot of ground to cover today with the news, everything from non Web3 to Web3 and crypto and upcoming updates. But before we get all into that, if this is your first time tuning into There's Layers to This, let us introduce ourselves. So, hello, I am Valerie Carrillo. I've been in the crypto and Web3 space since May of 2021. I got started with Gary Vee. Gary Vee had an NFT collection launch back then called the V Friends, and I entered into a giveaway and I won one. And I had offers on OpenSea of up to $140,000 I could have sold it for, and I didn't sell it. In hindsight, I wish I could have, but it's okay because it's led me on an incredible journey that I've been on since then. I have not left. Neither Creators or I have left. We are still here and things are pumping and I'm excited. But one of the things I love doing in the space is getting people together. So I actually have a meetup group here in San Diego called San Diego NFT Friends, where we have meetups every single month for free. And we just had one for Cryptoween. So hopefully we'll have one soon here for NFT Friendsgiving. And then I also have a Web3 event planning, management, and production company called Red Rug Edutainment. And we just came back from an awesome event with people in South Carolina that we'll get into more. But yeah, I just love bringing people together and I love hosting events. So without further ado, I'll let my other host over here, Creatress, give her intro.
All right. Yes, so creatress, Sara E. Mora. I am a multidisciplinary artist. My favorite art form is 3D sculpting and doing it as a performance. As you can see, me and Val, we like show business. Uh,
Show
so
business.
here, it's only natural. I love music, I love dance, I love sculpting, I love art and being in like a flow state, and that's exactly what my performances are meant to be. And I also love connecting with people, like Val here, um, and obviously with our audiences. So that all becomes part of the performance. I love to collaborate with people, so it just that's how I do it. That's how I like to be. And in the spirit of collaboration, Val and I found each other in crypto. Well, I guess I'll go back. I found crypto first in 2017. Came in through XRP, which is doing great now. He held a
Mm-hmm.
good job. I did not. Or if I have some, I don't know how to access it. So that's a story for another time. But that's how I got in. I got back in with Doge. You remember Doge on SNL? I bought it pre SNL, so it was cool. It was cool. And then in 2021, January 2nd, 2021, I got on Clubhouse, learned about NFTs, and the rest was history. I was hosting rooms. I was hosting like showcases where people would like sing and or like play piano. Like I don't know if y'all know Outer Lumen, but she sang
Outer
in
Limits.
one of those showcases, and we actually raised money. But anyway, for a cause actually, which was really fun. But that was in 2021. Got into NFTs, and I just haven't looked back. Fast forward about a year and a half ago, we came up with the concept for the show with our friend and co-host Tyler, who is not here, but shout out to Tyler, and thanks to Cas Vegas, who was there and essentially, yeah, there's Tyler, and then Cas Vegas, who was there when we thought of this, and she helped, make this whole idea a thing, and then we just have been running with it ever since. So, yes, proud to be your host here. Just get into the
Yes,
news.
I love it. Yes, absolutely. Shout out to Tyler, who, as we try to mention every show, and he's just working hard for his family. But I've been seeing him on the timeline, and he's been supporting us. I see him liking our stuff and commenting, so I know he's around. He's around. His spirit's around, and of course we've got Lorenzo over here, our mascot. You see him all over, and yeah, that's an NFT CC0 owned by our third co-host Tyler. So yeah, shout out to you and shout out to Cass, who was there from the inception. So yes, let's get into the news because, like we said, we have a lot of ground to cover. It's been crazy, and you may have missed some things that have been happening. So we're here to hopefully grab as much as we can and let you digest it in our show. So first thing first, before we get into the craziness of crypto and Web3, let's ease you guys into just some fun news. Let's talk about pop culture. Creatress, did you see this happen? You mentioned that you're a fan of music. So did you see this news with T-Pain? T-Pain gets booed, named after him in his hometown of Tallahassee, and receives the key to the city.
I did not see this, but I think this is hilarious, and I'm happy for T Pain. Shoot, little side note, my great grandfather has a street named after him. So
What?
here in Mexico, so I think that's pretty
No.
cool. Like T Pain, yeah, that's cool. I think that's nice.
Dang. Okay. Well, maybe we'll get like there's layers to this street name. Let's start manifesting that. How about that? Like look at our sign already looks like it's a
Yeah.
street name, a town name. There's layers to
There's
this.
layers to this boulevard. Oh, that even makes sense. That's like a sentence. There's layers to this boulevard.
Wow. You saw it here, guys. You saw it here.
If anyone knows how to get a boulevard named after something, let us know. Would love to know.
Actually, separate news that actually I didn't even put in, but this is so related. Is talking about street names. There are new communities being built in different parts of the U.S. and there's new homes, and of course, meaning new streets. And
Right.
they're having a hard time coming up with new names. And so, actually, there's a city, I forget where in the US, but they started to name their streets after Pokemon. So there's Pokemon streets. So I don't think it's far fetched to see there's layers to this street after after our show. So
So you're saying there's a chance.
there's always a chance. There's always a
All
chance.
right, all right. Let's see how long it takes for us to end up with a boulevard.
All right. Well, let's also see what is happening with NFT news, guys. So let me share this real quick because I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to see some tweets about NFTs. And we have Hug here, as you know, supports artists. And it says, roll call, the bull market may be back, but we want to know who was, is, will always be here for the art. And of with there's layers to this. We've been here from the art. That's what we talk about is art, Web3, toads, skateboarding, yeah,
Toads.
the vibes. Toads, yes. So, creators, have you been here for the art?
I never left. That's
You
all I gotta
never
say. I
left.
never left, y'all. So I'm here. I was here since I first learned about NFTs. I was here before Twitter Spaces was even invented. I'm that old. So yes.
Well, I've never left either. Neither of us have left. But you know what? Sad news, breaking news today. There is an NFT project that is leaving us with the arts. So that is Proof. So for anyone who hasn't known, Proof was acquired by Yuga. But before that, Kevin Rose started the Proof Collective, which was a collective of awesome artists and coming out with these, limited edition, like high end art. And so today they actually tweeted and made actually a little mini article. So I'll read through it real quick. So they said, after nearly 3 years of incredible artist collaborations, art focusing storytelling, and memorable events, Proof Collective will begin to come to a close. In December 2021, we launched the Collective Pass, which granted holders a 3-year membership into our art collecting community. Our goal for the collective was to create unique experiences for our collectors to connect with artists and champion their art. Our signature series, Grails, combined blind minting, high quality storytelling, and iconic artists to create some of the most beloved collections in the last 3 years. Since Proof launched, the dynamic between platforms and artists have shifted dramatically. So they just basically go on to say that they're not going to start another season of Grailed. But they do say that they're going to do some events. So if you are a collective pass holder, you'll get to redeem the pass for a piece of generative art. So you should be expecting one more piece of artwork. They haven't announced with what artist, but they're going to have a couple of unique art focused experiences. So they're going to have RO events for the collectors and artist community through 2025. And so they're going to be at, they're going to have, next up is the Collective Supper Society in Marfa on Saturday, November 16th. We're also planning an event at Art Basel, Miami in December. So yeah, if you were a holder of this, let us know how you guys feel. I was not a holder, were you?
No, but I honestly never got a good vibe from the Proof thing. Like it was like super expensive. The pass, I think it was like 2.5 ETH, like the
Yeah.
lowest tier. I just remember saying that. I was like, all right, I'm out. Like not spending 2.5 ETH on anything. Like not
Yeah, yeah.
so. Yeah, honestly, I'm sorry if that offended and somehow threw some salt on the thing and now it's dead. I'm sorry. It wasn't my intention. It wasn't for me. So, but
Hey,
you know, I feel
transparency
we
here.
got some.
Transparency. And yeah, same thing. I didn't mint, as part of a DAO, we were looking at them, and at one point it was like 3 ETH and it shot up to like 6, 8 ETH. And it looked like it was gonna do pretty well. And I know, a lot of artists got exposure and everything from that, which is awesome. But yeah, it's sad day for the Proof holders. And also too, Eli, hopefully I'm saying his last name correctly. Scheiman, I want to say Scheiman. He is the art director. He was the art director for Proof. And he tweeted today after this announcement saying that he is moving forward. He's worked with the OG Proof team, and of course, he worked with the Yuga people. He did give his thanks to, the founders of Yuga, and of course, Figgy, Chad, and Stone. But yeah, he is moving on. But he also says that he's gonna focus more on like art and collecting. So I'm curious to see what he decides to do. I don't know if he's going to join another project that focuses on digital art and artists and collectors. But yeah, so shout out to Eli for doing everything he could for the project. But yeah, he is leaving Proof and thus also leaving Yuga Labs.
How do we feel about that? I mean, you more so because you have a Yuga asset. I'm like, I don't really. I mean, 10KTF isn't really Yuga anymore, right? So
No, they're not Yuga anymore. Yeah, they got acquired
like,
a month back.
I don't know. How do you feel? Because you're a holder of one of those projects.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't particularly a fan in general when Yuga started acquiring all of these, projects. I didn't feel like they needed to do that because the Bored Ape Yacht Club, Mutant Yacht Club, and the Kennels, like, they're pretty strong IP on its own. I didn't really see the benefit of them adding, 10KTF and then Moonbirds and then Proof and Me Bits and whatever else they also acquired, in that time. So I wasn't a fan in general just because I just figured that there wouldn't be enough um, bandwidth for their whole team to focus on each project. I knew that the main, manpower and woman power would go towards the Yuga, IP, not necessarily these sub IPs once they were acquired. So, I know a couple of friends personally who were part of like the Moonbirds and Proof Collective, and right when it got acquired, I know they were iffy. They had already had issues with Kevin Rose, leaving and stuff. So, yeah. What's up, Courageous? Did you want to say something real quick?
Oh no, I was just agreeing. But I'm like, yeah, the signs were there. The signs were there.
The signs were there. The signs were there. So yeah, hoping for the best for the community, and maybe the community can carry it. Like sometimes the friendships that are bonded within a project go beyond the NFT itself. So I'm sure there were some people who made some lasting relationships, and so wishing you guys all the best. But let's move on in the news. Did you see the punks? Punks have been selling.
I mean, I think that's pretty bullish. I didn't see that, but didn't people just make an artwork with a punk on it? Like just now? Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up, but I'm pretty sure he did. And he's like, NFTs are back, or like something like that. Yeah. So maybe like that's why the punks moved.
Maybe.
Why do you think they moved? Is it just because of the bull market?
Well, I don't know. I think, yeah, maybe. I don't know if it's just because of the bull market, but of course, when things are up, if you're looking to make some money back, if you lost some money before, or if you're looking to make some profits, I mean, and if you had a punk, I think maybe now is a good time to sell if you're looking. I do know two notable punks did sell. So I'll pop it up in the screen unless you have the artwork by Beeple. Not yet? Okay, so I'll share the tweet. And so this first tweet comes from Fonz. Some of you may know Fonz from the Yuga community, but he is also founder of the app Token Proof, which a lot of people use for their ticketing for events. But yeah, he says, amazing ride, 7115. Thanks for the memories. Now back to being an ape, but still a punk. So he's still holding a punk, 6588. But some of you may know him with this CryptoPunk. So that one has been sold. And then there's another that I'll pop up on screen in just a second. But this person is within the VFriends community who was also a punk holder. And
was it our friend that we did a show with?
No. No, it's Go Blue. So you may recognize him because he had this PFP for the longest time, but he says it's an end of an era. So yeah, Go Blue, and I can click on his profile so you guys can see. This is Go Blue, so you probably recognize his face if you've seen him IRL. But yeah, so he also sold his punk. So yeah, that's what's happened within the punk ecosystem.
That's pretty cool. I do recognize that B friend. I sent you the link here in the private chat to the Beeple art. Check it out.
Ah, okay, let's see this. Creatress found the art that Beeple had created. He said, NFTs back from the dead. Oh, Haktua 24. Wait, when was this? Oh, this was a couple days back. I missed this, November 8th, and he tagged Haley Welch, who is the well-known meme of Haktua. Crazy. I totally missed this. But
hey, you getting the news? I'm getting the art news. As soon as you said punk, I was like, wait, I didn't hear that the punks were sold, but I remember seeing a punk on the timeline, and I was like in relation to, so either people was reacting to the punks being sold, or he happened to do a punk and then they sold.
And then
I'm not sure. We have to look
you
at
never know what came first, the chicken or the egg. But there are signs, right? So that's the thing, is like, I feel like once you start seeing these things pop up, whether it's crypto related or NFT related, you can kind of start like seeing the trends, right?
The signs are there if you're looking, but again, you can't see everything. Like, you're online just as much as I am. I feel like maybe even more this week, but somehow you didn't see this thing. You follow people. We were just at his event, like that. Your Aldo should have given you that, So it's like, just pay as much attention as you can, and then tune into the show and see what we find.
Exactly. But let's talk more about some bullish news. If you haven't seen today, do you know the bullish news that I'm about to showcase right now? Courageous.
Are we doodling?
We are doodling, and we definitely know the doodles here. You can kind of see one of the characters from the Doodles NFT project. I think his name is Marshmallow, or maybe it's Mellow. I forget, but he's one of the characters. And within the Doodles project and the trailers and shows that they've done. But here we go, McDonald's. This is huge news and a very bullish case that NFTs are coming back. McDonald's, November 18th, which is, I believe, next Monday. Next Monday, they've teased this, what looks to me, a doodle. So here is what I think is a cup of hot coffee. Maybe this is a chicken nugget or one of those breakfast potato things. I forget what
hash browns.
Hash browns. So it looks like there's a collab that is happening here, and if this is the case, man, I don't know. This may be the biggest collab yet. I would argue bigger than the Adidas or Nike or whatever have you. I mean, I don't know, Creatress. What are your thoughts? Are NFTs back? How do you feel about this possible collab here?
Well, I think it's definitely happening. Like, it's obviously happening in my eyes. Like, this is very much like, oh, we're gonna do some kind of breakfast item collab. Now, it's probably just gonna be like some packaging is what I'm thinking. But what would be really cool is if it was like a Happy Meal thing.
That was something I have seen on the timeline. And I was also trying to dig around. And I know they have, I mean, obviously they have like this big plushie, but I think they also have a like sub collection. And I forget what they're called, but they made these like tiny little plushies that could possibly fit in a Happy Meal. So maybe there could be some sort of toy in a Happy Meal. But you bet I'm gonna go to a McDonald's. I don't consume usually, anything from McDonald's just because it's not as healthy. But I might just go on Monday to see what the collab is. Is it coffee? Is it a kids meal? Is it all of the above? I don't know. But Creatress, do they have a McDonald's near where you're at? Can you go?
I'm not sure there's a McDonald's nearby here. Maybe like an hour away. Um,
Dang, an
but I'm
hour
gonna go to
away.
a different city tomorrow. So, but this isn't like released yet, right? So it's like we don't gotta go yet.
Yeah, you don't have to go yet. This is, I mean, they just put November 18th, which I believe is on Monday. Something that else is interesting though, because people, well, like the CEO has not necessarily tweeted like, hey, we're excited that we have this collaboration with McDonald's. They're definitely like teasing it, but it's not like officially announced. And one of the interesting things that the community pointed out is that the Doodles account itself has not retweeted or made their own announcement. And so people thought that's a little bit odd. So they think that there's something else that's cooking, because normally, whenever there's some sort of huge announcements, when there's a collab, both parties or however many parties usually tweet the same thing at the same time or they repost one of another. So I don't know. Do you have any guesses? Like, why do you think the Doodles account itself wouldn't even repost the McDonald's thing? Like, why? I'm so confused.
They're not ready to go public with it yet, is my guess. Wait, who tweeted that first thing? Was it McDonald's?
That was from McDonald's itself, but the
Okay.
Doodles account didn't repost it, didn't like it, like didn't comment, you know? So
Yes.
yeah, I mean let's take a look actually. Let's do a little bit of
Yeah, I'm like, wait, that's
investigating
weird.
here.
But Doodles is tagged.
Let's see. I don't think Doodles is not tagged. So there's
Wait, so
people
how
saying
do we
like
know this is a Doodles thing? Then we just guess.
exactly. Exactly.
Oh,
So there's
oh,
people who are saying it's Doodles, but like look, like there is nothing from the official Doodle. Oh, there's our friend Tyler. Hello, Tyler. McDonald's is family, of course.
wait, he's on the Doodles.
He's here under the announcement from McDonald's, but yeah, there is not a here. Let's even look at the quote tweets and let's look at reposts. So here's a telltale sign is no, not this person. There's someone else, but there are a couple telltale signs that this is a Doodle collaboration. I think the CEO of Doodles was alluding to the fact that it is the collab, but he just posted up a Doodles, like one of the characters is a coffee mug. And so that's what he tweeted. He didn't tweet the McDonald's announcement or anything. So yeah, Doodles is not popping up here. I can even look up Doodles, the Doodles account, and check it out. This is what they posted from the CEO of Doodles, which is the coffee mug. Vibe check. Who's locked in?
Okay,
That
I see it. I see it. So that's on that to me looks like a clue. It's like who else saw the coffee thing that McDonald's.
mm-hmm.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. So I think
And
they're trying to be slick about it. They're trying to be slick about it.
yeah, they're definitely milking this, for sure. And I was even trying to go as deep as watching some of those mini trailers, and I just thought it was funny because in the movie there is a scene where like they're all getting coffee, but I was like, oh, is there any like McDonald logos I can see? Is there anything I can see? I didn't find anything, but I just screenshotted this, and you know that was it. That was it. So,
It's very interesting. There's definitely something cooking there, I think.
yeah. But that concludes it. You guys let us know. Are NFTs back? Are these signs? We saw punks selling and people buying them. There could be a possible huge collaboration, the biggest one yet for NFTs with McDonald's and Doodles. But then we also saw proof proof is ending, their grailed membership. So let us know, what do you think? I feel like maybe there's a possibility that NFTs are coming back. What do you think? Do you think they're coming back, creators, or not just quite yet?
That's the word on the street. It's that they're back. So go get
They're
some.
they're back. And which ones? New ones? Existing ones?
The
Dead
punks for
ones?
one.
Like which ones?
The punks for one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm coming back to this better lighting over here. But we may get some background noise. Just know that. Yeah, just let me know if the background noise is too much. But yeah, I think they're back. Anytime the crypto market pumps, it seems like more people are willing to put their money into valuable art.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this time is no different. And speaking of art, look out, because I am part of a group drop that's going to be announced in the next day or two on our favorite chain, Bitcoin. So
Bitcoin. Ooh,
now
more
that'll be
ordinals.
my second inscription ever on Bitcoin. So
Ooh, okay. I
NFTs
think
are
that
back. We're back, and we're dropping tomorrow.
okay. If Creatrix is doing you NFTs, that's a sign. NFTs are back. Let's throw up the cat dancing. One of
It's
my
been a
favorite.
minute since I announced a new NFT, right? Or a new digital collective.
Yeah.
So, it was time. I think it's time for a lot of things right now. And NFTs, I mean, people said it. NFTs are back from the dead. So let's go. Actually, speaking of that, I'm really excited about people because we'll talk about the people thing later. But one thing that I heard on the grapevine was that some of the prints that we got airdropped, right, like the physicals that we picked up, like could be created, minted as NFTs one day.
Oh,
so that'd be cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, you don't know if he's gonna go back and mint those babies. Good to know. Save your prints. We'll get on that a little bit later in the show when we do talk about our experience at People's event, election night, that we went out there. Shout out to Stand with Crypto, who sponsored that trip. But let's get on with some of, we talked about NFTs, but also let's talk about tech news. So I don't know if you saw this, Creatrix, but I happened to see this today. So IYK, for those who don't know, IYK is an NFC enabled merch that they do. Sometimes it's clothing, sometimes it's NFTs, sometimes it's those cards where if you're trying to network with people, you just tap it and people get your social media. But IYK uses NFC chips with products. So today they just launched a new product. So here's their tweet. They say, sending a holiday card, sending on Instagram, sending a postcard. IYK, that's their symbol. Introducing Postcard, a cyber physical card that holds a personalized video message, an old but new way to connect with your favorite humans this holiday season. So here's their trailer. Let's blow this up. Let's rewind it from the beginning. So here someone is scanning the postcard, someone's making the video, and this is what, like, a postcard you can send in the mail, and when someone taps to scan it, you can see the video message that the person sent to you. So what do you think
Super
about
cute. I like it. I've seen IYK for a while. They've been putting out a lot of different, NFC enabled things, and I think it's really cool. I saw they had a contest, a creator contest, not too long ago, and I thought about entering, but ran out of time, like many times with these art open calls and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is sweet. I would send a postcard like this. Why not? Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Speaking of postcards, Creatrix, who made freaking postcards? Who was before this announcement?
We were pre IYK postcards. We made these a week ago, y'all.
We made postcards at the Beeple event. We were, strapped for time, and we realized usually Creatrix has her NFC enabled card where people can just tap it, see her website, see her social media. I didn't make any business cards for Red Rug or anything. So we said, you know what? Let's find the nearest UPS store and let's have them print postcards. And we use them, as a way to market our show. So there's layers to this. Here's us. I think that was during Cryptoween, and you got the lasagna. And then on the other side was the red rug for me. And I know Creatress had her own, which had her art on her postcard. So
Yes, I don't have them here now, but just imagine them.
yeah,
And I
so
did give them out at the Beeple event, and that will be also part of the giveaways. I'll send a couple of those out to our winners.
ooh, okay.
Yes, we'll throw that in the bag.
I love it.
Metaphorical
I
bag.
love it. Well, yeah, so we are on it, creators. And you know what? I even want to throw some credit over to Tyler because he made the OG postcards that there's layers to this hat.
I was thinking
So
about that actually. I was just thinking that too. Yep.
yeah, so if you had were a winner or in any of our giveaways from our past season and you got the gift in the mail, you most likely got one of our postcards too. So, those were limited edition. We don't have those anymore. So maybe some of you will get the new edition postcards on our upcoming giveaways. So keep a lookout for that. But that's it for tech news. Now we can tackle what everyone's been waiting for, crypto news. So maybe we should go through this a little fast just because I know some of you have probably seen this blown up all over your timelines. But we are bullish. Everybody is bullish who has been holding on to their crypto, especially Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, let's take a look at the coin market cap. Right now, Bitcoin is trading at $88,329.38 at this very moment. If you scroll down, you could see Bitcoin reached an all-time high yesterday, 17 hours ago, at $89.9 thousand per Bitcoin. Let's motherfucking go! How are you feeling, Creatress?
I'm really excited about Bitcoin going up. I just wish I had more. Like, I don't have nearly enough exposure. But I'm really happy. I'm really happy for all of it.
Yeah, you're always gonna want more. I feel like I'm definitely underexposed myself. I took a little bit of profit yesterday. I didn't catch the top, but I was getting there, and so yeah, I got a little bit of profit. I've seen some tweets where people are like, "Why take out profit to fiat if Bitcoin? You hold the actual gold in this case." I feel like why take it out? I believe that I've been seeing some bullish cases about altcoins after we reach this all-time high with Bitcoin, that altcoins are going to go up. So I think I'm gonna gamble. I'm gonna gamble here a little bit, and I'm gonna take a little bit of profit that I made from Bitcoin and throw them into alts. And I haven't traded in a very long time. But I've been watching the news, and I feel like I've got an idea of what I might put in. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm just watching the markets.
Hey, that's cool. So if you're like a more of a day trader, altcoin trader, tap in with V Dizzle. She could use all the alpha.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it myself. It looks like there's a lot of stuff going off. Our past guest Woody, he was tweeting about smoke. I guess there's something called smoke. That's the ticker. I don't know. Not financial advice. Do your own research, but did see him posting about it, and it looked like it was on its way up. So
okay, yeah, and
I did not get any. Just saying.
I also saw, if you guys know Baron Davis, he tweeted about a coin called Kin. I think that might be on Cardano though. If I'm not, I really don't know much about it, so I don't know if it's on Cardano or what chain. But I'm starting to see people start, tweeting these altcoins. So yeah, I don't know. We will see, but definitely everyone is super bullish on what's happening with Bitcoin. And more news about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin surpasses silver to become the eighth largest asset in the world. That is insane. That is insane. The largest asset in the world, number one, is gold. But you know what? Bitcoin is going up in the ranks. So I don't know. Bitcoin is more valuable than silver. That's kind of crazy to think about. Don't you think? Like, did you ever think Bitcoin would be more valuable than silver?
I guess I didn't really think about it, but like the comparison to gold has always been made. So yeah, I think it's always just been a matter of time because there's way more gold than there is Bitcoin in the world.
Right.
There's probably more than 21 million pounds of gold, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
There
just by
is.
that standard, yeah.
Creatress, I don't know if you want to share this news, but ETFs. So here we go. So if you want to read that.
Yeah. So this is just something I saw on the timeline. It says BlackRock spot uh, Bitcoin ETF, which was all the rage last year, right? It
Yep.
did over $1 billion in trading volume in just 25 minutes. So, I mean, obviously this happened because of Bitcoin's, price skyrocketing from like
Mm-hmm.
80,000 to 89,000 within 24, probably happened within a smaller time span than 24 hours. But in that candle, I guess you would say this happened. So if you were part of this ETF, if you bought into this BlackRock ETF, you're probably doing all right.
Yeah.
They're probably doing all right. They get a percentage of that 1 billion. So they like if they get it 1% of the 1 billion, they just made